83 Squad 6.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
I see what you're trying to do. You're giving me back, huh?
It's all the line of duty.
My name is Pono Barnes, spelled P-O-N-O-B-A-R-N-E-S.
How do you say your first name?
Pono, P-O-N-O. Short for Keali'inoho Pono, but you won't fit that in your
No.
logo. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you know? What can you tell us?
Yep. So this evening, shortly after 8:30 p.m., a 911 call was made for a report of a boat fire here in Basin A of Marina del Rey Harbor. Initial crews arrived on scene and found a 100-foot private vessel on fire. Initial reports said that there was a person trapped, but after crews got on scene and did an assessment, there were no persons trapped and no injuries reported. Crews got on scene, started to apply water and foam to the fire, but with a boat fire, that's that delicate dance between applying water and but also not sinking the boat. So that dance kind of happens. It's very difficult with a boat fire in the harbor because you have limited access and you can't get a full 360 around the vessel with water. So we had engines as well as our fireboat and rescue boat applying water from landside as well as in the water. And unfortunately, the boat is now sunk, partially sunk in the slip. It's about 20-ish feet, give or take. It's attached to the dock still. So right now we're in a mode of protecting and minimizing any environmental impact and trying to keep it contained. So we'll be booming the water there, which has it's like a long snake kind of thing that sits on top of the water, and it absorbs and it contains any fuel, oil, or any other contaminants, and it keeps them from getting farther or out into the environment.
The size of the boat, does that matter at all?
The size of the boat definitely does give some challenges for sure, but a boat fire of a vessel this size is not very common. But yeah, with the size of the vessel, there is definitely more challenges.
When you say booming, I do know what you mean by booming.
Yeah.
How long will that take? Is it a process that'll be like till the morning? Or?
Yeah, so we'll set our booms out, contain it as best we can, and then we'll have a private contractor that will work with the harbor master to come and do the major cleanup.
Do you know any part of how this fire started?
I don't have a cause right now. It's still under investigation.
The explosions, we were talking to some witnesses and explosions were happening.
Yeah, there was initial thoughts that those were fireworks, but there were munitions stored on board, and so those popping sounds were potentially munitions going off inside the vessel.
Is there fear that there could be some more on the bottom of it?
More
still on
munitions?
the boat? Yeah,
there may still be munitions on board, but they are underwater right now.
Just curious, do you know for a fact that there were no fireworks on board? Because we saw some video that looked very firework-esque.
I'm not sure, but my first guess would be that sounds may have been munitions, but I can get some more information on that for you.
Any injuries?
No injuries reported, thankfully, and there was no persons trapped or on the vessel.
How many people were on the boat when this initially started?
I don't have an exact info on that. I know that when crews arrived, there was nobody on the boat.
The fear of it spreading. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So anytime you're fighting a boat fire here in the slip, you don't want any extension out into the adjacent vessels. And so thankfully here there was no major damage to any vessels. This boat is actually one that's on the end tie, so there was only additional boats on one side of it. And that also gave first responders from the water side and the boats an ability to get a little bit closer to apply water from the ocean.
What's more effective, foam or water, or something like this?
For a boat fire, foam is more effective.
Okay. Good. Anything else you want to add?
That's it.
Okay, can you give your name and spell it for me? Because I think I interrupted you.
Yeah, no worries. It's Pono Barnes, spelled P-O-N-O-B-A-R-N-E-S, and I'm a captain, Lifeguard Services for the Los Angeles County Fire Department.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, appreciate it.
No worries.
Thank you.
So we were sitting on the balcony and we heard multiple explosions and then just saw an absolute insane amount of smoke. So like all people, we immediately ran out of our houses because we have, no instincts for survival, and decided to go to the flames and see what was going on. And sure enough, the whole boat was on fire. It looked like there were either fireworks or something because there was a lot of stuff going off. Probably about 10 minutes, and then the whole boat caught up in flames. And then our lovely boys in blue and yellow showed up to start pouring out the fire. So we know there were 2 guys on board. One of them was pretty injured, and the other one was able to get off. And outside of that, we don't have much information, but we know that they're okay. So that's.
Is it a pretty big fire?
It was huge. Oh yeah, no, and it was really loud, and it smelled really bad. Oh, it smelled really bad. So we got some good videos of it.